Aloha from Hawaii. This is Arlen from hawaiiwp.com. In today's WordPress tip, I want to talk a little bit about security. There's been a lot of talk about security in the WordPress community lately, and it's very important. So I want to show you one plugin that can take care of at least 20 security vulnerabilities in WordPress. You know, now that over 100,000 WordPress sites are being started every day, it's especially important to take care of security. So let's come here to the dashboard, and I'm going to show you a plugin here called Better WP Security. This is an awesome plugin. I've already run this plugin on my site, so I'm just going to show you a little bit of what this one plugin can do in terms of security. Once you activate it, you get this menu of security, and you got all these options. These are all the security issues that this plugin will take care of. And if you click on Better WP Security, you get an overview. Okay, so the admin user has been removed. That's always good, so hackers don't try to attack your website using that default username. The database prefix has been changed. That will stop a lot of attacks on your database. Your htaccess file is secure. That'll help to protect and secure the files on your website, so hackers can't insert malicious code into any of your files. Okay, the site is not vulnerable to brute force attacks. That's when people just try to use computers to put in a user and a password and just keep putting a different user and password, and just try to break their way into logging into your website. And the way this plugin takes care of that is it limits the number of login attempts. Now, we could have done that with another plugin like Login Lockout or something, but this one plugin does so much that this is my go-to security plug. Okay, you can even limit the WordPress admin area during certain hours of the day. Now, if you're on a site and you know, it's your business company site and you only work on it during business hours, you can set those hours, and the rest of the time during the night you won't be able to access the site admin area, and neither will anyone else. So perhaps that's a good security. That one goes a little bit overboard for me because I don't know when I might have an issue on the site. So I might have to go in late at night. So that one, that's iffy for me. Okay, I've hidden my WordPress admin area. I'm enforcing strong passwords for the admin user. And that's good enough for me. I don't have to do it for all users. Actually, there are no other users on this site, so that's okay. The WordPress header is revealing as little information as possible. You don't want to tell people what version of WordPress you're using, because that tells people maybe what kind of security holes that are unpatched. So the less information you tell malicious people, the better. Okay, non-administrators can't see available updates because they don't need to. They can't update the site, so they don't need to see, update warnings. Your installation does not accept long URLs. Typically, that's a way for hackers to insert bad code, is to put in a long URL into a field of some kind. Okay, version information is obscured. Your site is secured from cross-site scripting attacks. Okay, now I don't have an SSL certificate for this site, so I cannot enable this one. Let me click here to show you what this looks like. Okay, you can see the WordPress header tweaks that we've done, some of the dashboard things. But down here under SSL tweak, Warning, your server must support SSL to use this feature. Using this feature without SSL support will cause the back end of your site to become unavailable. Okay, if I enable this and save it without an SSL certificate, I will not be able to get back into the admin area, and that would be really, really bad. Okay, so that's one thing that you don't want to turn on for most sites that don't have SSL. Right? I'm not allowing the editors users to edit theme and plugin files from the WordPress backend. All right, that's talking about, you know, when you go under appearance, usually there's all these menus, and at the very bottom there's a thing called editor where you can actually edit the PHP and CSS files. Well, I don't want anybody to mess up any of those files, so I've taken away access to that editor. You can still edit using a code editor, using an FTP program, but you cannot edit directly within WordPress. And I think that's smart for most installs, especially if you have multi-users. Okay, there's also usually a editor in the plugin menu, but you can see that has been removed as well. Okay. You should really rename the WP content directory of your site. So that's an option. I'm on a local install here, and so this cannot be done in my install, but it's a great security thing to do on your site. Okay, so anyway, I hope walking through this security plugin with you has been helpful to you. If you only enable one security plugin on your WordPress site, I would recommend this one. It takes care of a ton of ways hackers can get at your site. If you got other plugins that you would recommend, please leave me a comment. I'm always looking for good plugins. So with that, mahalo for watching. And until we meet again, keep on developing for WordPress. Aloha.